Can the little Aussie battler take on the might of the American Motor Company on Australian soil and win the electric motorcycle battle? Well, let's have a quick look at it. Let you decide for yourself. G'day throttlers and welcome back to the channel. Now when I happen to own one of the largest capacity motorcycles on the planet, probably one of the most gas guzzling motorcycles on the planet as well, you might be surprised to know that I am super excited about the electric vehicle revolution, both in motorcycles and motor vehicles. So today we talk about some of the major players in the electric motorcycle world here in Australia. I first rode an electric motorcycle a few years ago. I had a phone call from my mate Wes. He said, let's catch up. I've got a 0S electric motorcycle. I've got a Tesla Model X. Bring your cameras. Let's have some fun in these two vehicles in the day. And fun it was. What an amazing two vehicles to spend a day in. The Tesla was off the charts and my first time in an electric car, but jumping on the 0S, now that was something that I'd never experienced before. The unbelievable torque as it comes on silently as you wind the throttle on. The only thing you're hearing is a little bit of an electrical whirl in the engine, and you're hearing the rubber trying to grip the road as it's taking off. Absolutely phenomenal. Sadly, the Zero electric motorcycles aren't being delivered here to Australia anymore, and I don't know why. Maybe they just didn't sell, but the technology is phenomenal. So fast forward a few years to today. This year, Harley-Davidson landed the LiveWire here in Australia. And again, this is absolutely phenomenal technology. It's a bike that I'm yet to ride yet. I haven't had the opportunity to ride it, but from all reports, it's phenomenal. It's powerful, it's got tech, it's obviously electric, so it's silent. And having the LiveWire here is a wonderful thing for Australian motorcycling. Now by now, if you're not new to my channel, you know that I am a Harley-Davidson nut. I love Harley-Davidson, but they may be getting something wrong with the LiveWire, but let's have a look at a couple of other things before we move on to what I think is wrong with the LiveWire. So in Australia, there are a few manufacturers that might just disrupt the sales of the LiveWire here in Australia. Number one is a company called Fons Moto, run by a lady called Michelle, and I met her a couple of years ago at the motorcycle festival, and she has an amazing range of small styled electric bikes. So she's got scooters and she's got a little naked sports bike called the NKD, and it looks absolutely amazing. Very industrial, but it's fast, it's small, it's agile, a whole lot of fun. Again, I'm yet to ride this, but hopefully I get to bring it to you real soon. And man, exciting technology in here in Sydney, so close, around the corner, and hopefully I'll bring it to you soon. So another brand that I discovered while I was at the motorcycle festival a couple of years ago was a company called Savic motorcycles, and I was lucky enough to be there while they unveiled their C-Series, I think it was called, the C-Series Savic motorcycle. Now this is a product that's more likely to go head to head with the LiveWire. The Fonzarelli bikes are probably more urban based. They're a very small bike, and so perfect for people living in the inner city. The Savic, I think, is the main competitor for the Harley-Davidson LiveWire. Now the way that I'd probably describe the Savic motorcycle would be, it'd be cafe racer melded in with street fighter aggressiveness. So it's sleek, it's muscular, it's sexy, it's a really good looking bike. Now the Savic motorcycles are being built here in Australia, in Melbourne, and from my understanding they've just started their production just recently. They've taken pre-sales and they're starting to produce the bikes now. Again, I have not had the opportunity to ride one. In fact, I haven't even sat on one. The only thing that I got to see was the unveiling. And I'm hoping in the not too distant future there is an opportunity for me to ride this, because I would love to bring it to you guys, bring my opinions and my thoughts on the motorcycle. But what I really wanted to do in this video today was to look at the comparison specs between the Harley-Davidson LiveWire from the American Motor Company to the Savic motorcycle, which is basically built in our own backyard here in Australia by a whole bunch of young, enthusiastic, maybe genius people. So let's jump into the specs and the comparisons between the two right now, and then I'll come back to you with my final thoughts. So I'm basing this comparison on the LiveWire and the top of the range Savic C-Series Alpha model. I think this is probably the main competitors between the two, and I'm just going to run through a couple of the specs that I think are the most important for the general population as they're choosing a motorcycle, and as in particular electric motorcycles as well. So again, there hasn't been any real world third-party testing on the Savic motorcycle. I don't know of anyone in the media or in the social media world that have had an opportunity to ride this and offer their opinion just yet. So this is all just coming from the Savic team themselves. Their predicted output of the Savic C-Series Alpha model is 60 kilowatts, and in comparison to the LiveWire has been tested at 78 kilowatts in the real world. The torque for the Savic is going to be 180 Newton meters of torque. The LiveWire only sits in at 116 Newton meters. So that acceleration is said to be more potent, I guess you could say, for the Savic motorcycle compared to the LiveWire. And the LiveWire is a whole lot of fun already from anyone who has ridden it. Now the battery range for the Savic is said to be 200 kilometers, and real world testing on the LiveWire shows between 158 and 235 kilometers, depending on whether you're riding in the city or on the open road at speed. But here is where the difference is significant, and that's price. The LiveWire in Australia is around about $49,995. That's a lot of money for an electric motorcycle. The top spec Savic motorcycle C-Series Alpha is coming out at $23,999. Wow, that is a massive difference in price. Now, I'm not pretending to know which one is better, and I'm certainly not an engineer, either mechanical or electric. But I will say that on paper, they look very, very similar competition and performance. That being said, when the Savic motorcycle is half, even less than half, of the Harley-Davidson LiveWire, this is where, as a motorcycle consumer, I have to look at value for money. Now, of course, Harley-Davidson has reputation, hundreds of years of building motorcycles. The Savic team are probably a more boutique team, I would say. It's a smaller group, it's a smaller company, it's a brand new company. But here in Australia, we've got to consider you could get an exceptional electric motorcycle at half the price of the LiveWire, and you're supporting Australian business as well and Australian manufacturing, and we're not manufacturing much here in Australia anymore. So either way, guys, I'm not offering my opinion. I'm not saying one is better than the other. I'm just sharing knowledge and information with you guys. Please leave a comment below. Let me know, do you like the looks of the Savic motorcycle? Do you think the LiveWire looks better? Are you excited that we're building something the quality and standard of Savic here in Australia as well? And if you're in the electric vehicle market, in particular the electric motorcycle market, which one would you choose? Where is your money going between Savic and Harley-Davidson, or even Fonzarelli motorcycles with these smaller scooter style motorcycles as well. Anyways, if I get the opportunity to ride any of these motorcycles in the near future, I'm going to bring it straight to you, I promise. In fact, I'm going to reach out to all these companies and see if I have an opportunity to do it. As always, guys, thank you very much for coming and watching. I really, really appreciate it. Until the next video, throttle on, stay safe, see you later.